Hello, I'm the Dark Fae, and today I'm going to be doing some makeup swatches. So I have like way too many palettes, but I bought some more. Two of them I got on sale, and then one I kind of wanted to get for. I had like an idea to do a bit more like theatrical makeup, and I wasn't like that happy with some of the palettes that I had for it. By theatrical makeup, I mean more like fantasy looks or like Halloween kind of things. So the two that I got on sale are the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadows, and then the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. I believe it's number 2. It's like the blue and the green one. And then for the theatrical makeup, I got the Makeup Forever palette, professional palette. This one I'd seen like long time ago when I like first was starting to watch like makeup tutorials from Michelle Phan, and I've always wanted to try it out since then. So I'm gonna open all these up and then I'm gonna swatch them. I'm not wearing these palettes on my eyes today since I haven't opened them yet, but I'll probably kind of play around with them and try them out in another video, so look out for that. I also got this very adorable set of mini brushes from Boba Beauty, also from Sephora. It's a lot of packaging, but they're in this little like boba cup. It's adorable. But at least it's recycled plastic, so that's good. Let's start with the Violet Voss. This one, I have a lot of colors like this already. It looks just like the box, but what it like here. I really like this palette a lot. It's pretty similar to the other palettes I have, but you can kind of tell the colors that I like to go for. But it's a little bit, I kind of like this palette a lot with my sunrise palette here, because this one I feel like is missing a few of like those purples or like those real like sunrise or honestly kind of sunset colors. I think just like pairing it with this one, it's like they're just so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this. Let's start with top row. Yeah, I guess I'll swatch it on my left arm to start. So Fresh, just this kind of light nude peach kind of a color. Voss, kind of a warm brown, which see on my finger, but Savage, which is this kind of a dusky orange color. Goat, a little bit of a deeper, but pretty warm brown. And then Illy, or I Love You, which is this just very dark matte black, which I kind of really like. So swatch these. The peach colors, you can't ever really see. This one is like my skin tone. Can I get a foundation in this color, please? There. Ooh, I do really like these. I do have one like Violet Voss like mini palette that I've used quite a bit. It is the like Berry Burst Fun Size, and I've always really liked the consistency of these. Like they don't feel super chalky, and they're nice and blendable and very smooth, and they don't really have much like patchiness, I think. Okay. So going in with the second row, these ones are very glittery and sparkly. So this is Ruth, which is like this true gold, which is kind of similar to a color that I have in the Sunrise palette. Lady Boss, this more kind of like antique gold almost. No Filter, which is this darker like kind of even further antique, maybe like an ancient kind of a gold throwback. It's this very pretty kind of bronzy color, and lit is kind of bronze with like a little bit of like a darker red, darker hint. So, ooh, I really like the sheen on that. That one is actually very gorgeous, very pretty as well. I look like a multicolored tiger. Ooh, these are... That row is absolutely gorgeous. If you're looking for like antique gold, gold, brass, bronze kind of colors, those coppers, it's more of like a copper. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, moving on to the third row. We are getting into like the oranges and the pinks now, so okay. Sparkly, very reflective orange. Rolls, which is a matte kind of version of that, doing pretty similar. Soma, which is this kind of like nice reflective kind of almost like a copper, like a little bit lighter than lit over here. Low key. This one is starting to get a little bit pinker. But it's kind of a darker, what color would you call this? A darker orange with like a hint of magenta to it. Living. It's also a slightly darker reddish kind of orange. And let's put those like, where can I put this so you'll see it? Focus on me.
Hey, focus on me.
I'm sorry.
Concentrate.
Put them like down this way. So starting with, ooh, very pretty. The matte color. The matte is not quite as intense as the shimmer, but still a very pretty color. Ooh, I like this one a lot. This one has a bit of like a gold, and then like a pinkish orange shift almost. But ooh, this one is also gorgeous. This one has a bit of like a purple sheen to it as well. So soft. And then the last row, which we're getting into the purples. Sunset, which has a little bit of a sheen to it, but is kind of just very pretty lilac color. Relevant, which is a shimmering kind of lavender, a little bit of a pink kind of undertone. CBT, which is a violet color. The matte, which is very pretty. Petty Af, which I hope I never to be, but this color is actually very pretty. This is like metallic purple. And then Life, which is not quite matte. I think it has like a little bit of a sheen to it, maybe like a pearl texture. And this one is a little bit more of like a purple. So that goes here. Ooh, that color is very gorgeous. Ooh, that's my favorite. Ooh, I do like how like kind of bright that purple ended up being, so there you go. Okay, so there you go. Those are the colors for the Violet Voss palette. This is the Pro eyeshadows in, oh, this is the color, I forgot. This is in hashtag, so this is that. The way arms bend, I just can't. So I really love these colors and I'm excited to try them out because this is kind of going to give you that sunset, like, you know, fiery orange into purple kind of a palette, which the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette also kind of gives you. So I think combining the two could be really fun. I don't think you really need both of them if you're looking for that kind of palette. That one, the Natasha Denona one, kind of focuses a bit more, I think, on like the yellows and oranges. This one a little bit more on kind of the oranges and purples with some golds as well. So kind of up to you to decide what you like better, but very gorgeous colors anyway. So second palette I'm going to open up is the Norvina Pro palette, which I'm kind of excited about. This is the palette that's very outside what I normally get, which is, you know, pinks and purples and golds and stuff. This one, it's like color, and it's a very pretty palette. It's very big. I like the packaging actually quite a lot, and I kind of want the purple one. It is very bright and has a lot of blues and greens, and this is not normally my thing. I kind of got it because I wanted to do some I wanted like more of a color palette, and some of the rainbow palettes I have don't really have the pigment that I'm looking for. And this one I think provides a lot of options that I can use. Maybe I can make it work for every day, we'll see. But anyway, let's switch over here. And be careful to try and not get this on my clothes because it's smudging onto my arm already. But I'm gonna swatch this on my right arm. So starting off with, do they have names? No. This is volume 2, by the way. I'm gonna start off with A1. Ooh, this very bright fuchsia pink. With like a shimmer. And a lot of these are mattes. I get a lot of sparkles normally because I like the glittery and I like the shimmers, but this one's very matte. Oh, these eyeshadows feel so smooth and so different. This one's kind of a yellowish, kind of a green. This one a bit of like a shimmering, like chartreuse, I want to say. A4 is an interesting, it's like a taupe with like a purple undertone. Very pretty, I actually like this color a lot. A5 is a shimmering turquoise. Oh. Let's start here. This one is hard to see on my skin. Let me try again. You can see it's just like this kind of a light greenish kind of tint. It's actually rather pretty. It's not as green as it looks in the pan, I think. Ooh, I like this color. This is like a very pale lilac gray. Turquoise. Now, I know these are also like pigments, so they actually are a little bit different than eyeshadow, so I think there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve when I go in and try to use these, but I'm pretty excited all the same. Very pretty, almost like a lime green. Ooh, I like this dark periwinkle kind of a color. And this kind of blue green. And then this blue. Looks kind of sky blue on the camera, but a little bit kind of more of the sky blue there. Interesting. Lime green. Ooh, this color is really pretty. Oh, that blue is really nice. And that blue is really nice as well. Okay, going into C1 now. Is this really pretty kind of light champagne color that's very shimmery. Wow, very reflective. D2, which is kind of in between these two, like a faint shimmer, although I don't think you can really tell. Probably just a different texture. These two are matte. This one's a bit more of like a pearl, I want to say. Kind of deeper, a navy-ish color. D4 is really pretty. It's like a very dark, dark blue-green. And then C5, which is this dark reddish brown. Not quite a burgundy, but kind of a burnt umber kind of a color. So, see if I can fit them here. Ooh, that one could be quite pretty as like a highlighter even. One is, yeah, see this one's kind of in between these two shades. Ooh, that one's a really nice blue. I love that color. Gorgeous. Ooh, this is actually a really nice brown as well. So yeah, with these pigments, I think a little goes a long way. These up here, like these shimmers are much lighter, I think, and these get much more pigmented as you kind of go down the list, but they do show up really nicely, and are maybe a little bit, they're not terribly like patchy or anything. I think it will just take a little bit of work to properly blend them, because again, these are pigments and not eyeshadows, so they may also stain. Be aware of that if you do choose to work with pigments instead of eyeshadows. Just be careful of them kind of around your eyes. And they are kind of more like pressed powders, I want to say. Be careful, I think, when you're picking this up with a brush, because it may kind of start to kick back or kind of like break off in powders. D1 is this really gorgeous glitter. It's kind of like a sea foam almost kind of a color. Look at that reflection. D2 is this bright orange, which I'm gonna have to muster up the courage to use. Same with D3 because this is a bright fuchsia, not unlike A1 here. D4 is a bright yellow. This one I kind of think I have in my Natasha Denona palette. And then D5 is like a very dark blue. Maybe this one maybe is a bit more of a true navy than C3. Put these that glitter is really pretty. I don't know how well you can really see the shine on it, but it's really pretty. Orange here. Ooh, orange is pigmented. Same with that pink, darling. The yellow's not too bad. Yeah, these are showing up really well. I really like navy and yellow together, I don't know why. But oh my god. I hope these wash off my arm later. I'm looking like a exotic tiger again. But I kinda love it. I'm not me without like something staining my hands, whether it's like makeup or nail polish or hair dye or paint. It's gotta be something. Okay, and then last row we have E1, just this green. It's a little bit more on the blue side compared to B1 and B3. Not quite turquoise, I would say. Comes out like a mint, a dark mint. E2 is this very interesting. How would you describe this color? It's like a not quite almost like a bronze, but like with a little bit of taupe in there as well. Very pretty. E3 is also kind of a greenish blue color, kind of getting to aqua turquoise. E4 is kind of a true brown, like straight up. And then E5 is black. Ooh, that is a dark black. I think that black is going to be better than this black. So we'll put those here. This green I'm not too fond of. Ooh, this is a very pretty glitter. And it's hard to go my arm the right way this way. You can kind of see it. Green here. Brown. Ooh. And black. That is a very nice black. You can kind of compare it to this one down here. It's, I think, darker and just kind of blends a little bit nicer. I have a lot of black eyeshadows now, so I don't know which one I'm going to use, but it's really nice. Okay, so that is, this arm is the Natasha Denona, nope. So this arm is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 2. So that is kind of all. I look like I'm about to do the sprinkler. That's all of those. And then last but not least is the Makeup Forever palette, which has, I think, been around for quite some time, so it's not really anything new, but I still really like it. And these are all kind of cream pigments, so I wanted something with a slightly different formula as well. Okay, so this is, yeah, kind of a cream palette. I'm gonna swatch these, oh dear, maybe along this arm. This arm is starting to get a little bit smudged. I'm not bruised, I swear. So let's start with the metallic up here. I'm only gonna do a tiny bit because I don't want to waste the biggest one. They're kind of really nice gold. This is like a salmon color. They're very like, they almost feel like putties or like clays, but none of that like gross kind of grittiness, you know? But they feel really nice. This is a very sky blue, which is very pretty. Not pink. And what I kind of like about this is it's kind of like a paint palette. So I imagine I can just like mix my own colors and go from there, and good. The consistency I think is really nice, so that it feels like they'll be able to blend really well. It's the yellow color, so let me put this kind of on my arm here. Can't really see that on my skin. It kind of blends in. Hang on. Okay, you can see a little bit of the sheen. I'm not quite getting the angle, but you can see it right there. Orange is there. Blue. Pink. Ooh. And yellow. I really like those. These feel really nice. They're like super smooth, super like pigmented. Minus maybe the gold, but that's also kind of partly because of my skin tone / my lighting. This gold is not that reflective. You can see a little bit of the sheen there, but still kind of a nice color anyway. Next up is this brown. And then we'll do the silver. Try not to like cut into too much of it with my fingernail either. Should probably do this with a brush. Probably better, but you know what. Very curious how white is going to do. White and then red. Ooh. I wonder if you could use this. I think you could probably use these for sticks as well. Oh, I really like this blue. See, the silver looks really nice on my finger, and the gold didn't look too bad either. Let's put this just right here. Brown. Brown I don't like as much. Silver. Silver's nice. It's not super reflective, but it is a nice kind of silver shade. White. That is kind of what I expected from the white. The white I kind of see as a blending shade, but I think you could build it up to get better opacity as well. Let's just do this like up here maybe. The red's really pigmented and nice. Ooh, and so is that blue. And you can kind of see like once I've swatched them, they kind of just transfer immediately, which is kind of nice. I feel like when I'm swatching eyeshadows or ones that are like powder or just kind of like normal pan eyeshadows, they like a lot of it sticks on your fingers when you try to, you know, swatch them or even putting them on my eyes, but these are kind of transferring like completely. Kind of nice. And then last two is the green. A nice green and a black. So here. Whoop, and whoop. Black is not as dark maybe as I expected. Compared to say this black or to that black. But it's not bad. And I think you could easily go over it with a powder eyeshadow anyway to kind of darken it and to set it. Since these are cream, you probably want to like prime and then also set them with a powder. So that is these three palettes. The Voss Pro eyeshadow in hashtag, which is this arm over here, this arm over here, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 2 palette, which is this arm over here. I really love the quality of this one, which is this arm over here. And then the Makeup Forever Flash, I'm not actually sure what this is called, 12 Flash Color Case, which are these over here. Can't really see the gold, but it's there. So yeah, that's the three palettes that I got, and I'm really excited to try them out and to play with them and maybe do some more makeup looks in the future. So I hope you are excited as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for notifications when I put out new videos. And you know, for when I decide to turn myself into a colorful tiger again. But I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!